Hey there, welcome back to another video. This time it is another DVD and Blu-ray update. I wanted to do something real quick because I was sent a couple titles from a friend and subscriber of mine who has sent me some stuff in the past, and so I wanted to show the DVDs that he sent me, as well as catch up on some of the other stuff that I picked up fairly recently, so I don't have a big giant pile to go through whenever I do another one of these videos. So I do have plans for another vlog where I'm going to talk about a handful of topics as well as some new reviews, but I just wanted to do this so you have something to tide you over until any of those videos get uploaded. Now, let's get started. So first I'm going to start off with the titles that were sent to me by, I'm going to call him P. Kenna. He sent me some stuff in the past, and he told me that he had sent this out to me. There was a little bit of a delay when it comes to shipping, but I did get it in the mail yesterday. So he sent me the Pet Sematary remake. I've heard a lot of really bad things about this movie, and to be perfectly honest, when it comes to putting together my list of 2019 horror films to watch and review, I completely forgot about this one. So, now I can check it out. I'm going to give it a fair shot. I'm going to give it a fair shake. But I haven't heard a lot of good things about this, and I don't have a lot of high hopes for it. But we'll see what happens. It's one of those things that I'm glad to have it for the collection. And also, whenever I get around to reviewing this, it gives me a reason to review the first film and the sequel, which I haven't seen in a while. So there's going to be a positive to this, because I can watch the original Pet Sematary and the sequel again. So I'm definitely going to do that sometime in the near future, because this is going to be on the 2019 horror films list. So Pet Sematary. Then he also sent me Demon House. And when I first saw this, I was like, what the hell is a Demon House? Like, Demon House? What is this? And then I read the back and I saw the name Angela, and then I was like, is this Night of the Demons 3? And then I looked it up, and yeah, it is. Well, he also sent me a little note with the package that said it's not Night of the Demons 3, which that's really cool, to be honest, because Night of the Demons 3 is out of print and goes for a decent amount of money on DVD. So with Demon House, I have completed my Night of the Demons collection, because I have the first film on Blu-ray, I have the second film on DVD, and I have the remake on DVD, and now I have the third film. I don't know if it's cut or not, though. It says like 82 minutes. But then again, UK releases, overseas releases, they tend to be kind of weird in terms of running time. Apparently, this is Region 0, so if you are trying to get a copy of Night of the Demons 3, maybe pick this up, because the original release, I think it was by Artisan, that one has been long out of print for a while. So yeah, big thanks goes to P. Kenna for sending me these DVDs. And also a big thanks goes to all of you for your kind words and your support over the years, and for anyone else who sent me gifts as well. I feel kind of bad about not getting around to covering all the films that people have sent me, but it's just one of those things where I just really haven't had the time and energy. I just got to be honest. I know it sounds like excuses, but I'd rather just lay it out there and be honest with you than bullshit you. And that's the honest truth. I've been really tired and shot lately, mentally, because I've been balancing work along with college, and it's just a lot. And so it's one of those things, whenever I get done or have some time off, I just want to just relax. And to me, doing videos is just more work. But as soon as I graduate from WC Vancouver, which I should graduate next term, then I will have more time to do things, and I'm going to catch up on a lot of different stuff. Because it's one of those things where I do want to do more videos, and I do want to watch more things, and I do want to, do more stuff. It's just one of those things that I really feel that I have to have the energy, the right amount of energy to be able to do that and to do it justice. And I don't want to half-ass things, and I don't want to just provide a really lackluster product. So that's a big reason why I haven't really got around to getting to all of them. But eventually, I really am going to make a strong effort to do that. But Pet Sematary is already on the list, and whenever I get around to doing the Night of the Demons films, I will talk about Night of the Demons 3. So that's it for the DVDs. Now I got some VHS tapes. These are ones that I got from a record shop that I've frequented quite a bit. I went in and took in some DVDs and Blu-rays, and I got a good amount of in-store credit, so I got these VHS tapes from there, as well as a few other titles. So here we have a film called Cold Blooded. I got it because Michael Moriarty's the lead, and I like Michael Moriarty. It's probably not that great, but I do enjoy Michael Moriarty, and that looks like a decent effect there of somebody frozen in ice. I don't know if that's in the movie or not. Could just be something made for the cover. But also it takes place in the winter and the snow, and I always felt that those type of settings make for some really good atmosphere. Here we have Amazing Grace and Chuck, a film that I've heard about but have never seen. Look kind of interesting to me. It's an anti-war, anti-nuclear missile film from the 80s with an interesting cast. Here we have Bog Creatures. This is probably an absolute pile of suck, but it was cheap, didn't really pay anything for it, and I caught the opening of it when I was checking to see if this tape worked, and it cracked me up. So this might be one of those that might be so bad it's good, but it's probably just really bad. Then we have Dillinger and Capone with Martin Sheen and F. Murray Abraham. That's quite a pair, actually. It's a New Horizons film. And then we have The Daytime Ended, which it says it's a collector's edition, but from what I saw so far of this, there's nothing in terms of features or nothing about it that really would make it a collector's edition. So, but it's one of those full moon cult video releases. And then I also picked up The Abominable Dr. Phibes on VHS. The reason why I got this is because, first off, you don't see a lot of horror titles on VHS in the wild where I live anymore. It's a very rare thing. Second, it's a Vestron Video release, and I really like Vestron Video as a label, so that's why I picked it up. Also, it's Dr. Phibes, and it's in good shape, so that was another determining factor as to why I picked it up. So out of all these VHS, I would definitely say Dr. Phibes is my favorite pickup because like I said earlier, it's just been really, really difficult to find any horror films on VHS anywhere. It's just been incredibly difficult in the wild. So now we have some more DVDs, and then I'm going to end it with some Blu-rays. So these are all ones that I got. Some of them I got from trade-in at the record shop, but other ones I got, these are some that I got from a Facebook group. So I got Troll 2, the 20th anniversary Neil Bogg edition. Oh my god! It's Troll 2! On DVD! So there's a Blu-ray, but I don't think it has any features either. Like, they call it an anniversary edition, but there's nothing on it in terms of extra features. I got it because I don't really have Troll 2 on DVD or Blu-ray, but I do have the documentary Best Worst Movie, so that's a good companion piece to this. And then I got this, because this is out of print, Haunted, with Aidan Quinn, Kate Beckinsale. Apparently, this is one of the earlier roles that she had, and you get to see her naked. So I guess if you're into seeing Kate Beckinsale's titties, I guess you might want to get your hands on Haunted. But yeah, this is one that's been out of print for a long time, so I jumped at the chance to pick this up. The picture quality isn't the best in the world, but it's an upgrade over the VHS, and I don't think this is going to get another release. And I've heard a decent amount of good things about this one, too. And I also got this double feature of All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2. I got it at Goodwill. Got it because you get 2 movies, and it was pretty cheap. I don't have either one. I will say this, though. They're both full screen, which is disappointing. So I would not mind upgrading this someday, because I think there are widescreen releases for both of those out there. Then we have the stuff that I got from the record shop. Staying Alive. This movie is horrible. It's really bad. But I got it for the John Travolta collection because I also have Saturday Night Fever. And for the Stallone collection because he directed this. And he also produced it. And he also wrote it. This is really one of the most bizarre films that Stallone was ever associated with, Staying Alive. Keeping with the Alive theme, we have It's Alive. Now, this is the It's Alive remake from First Look Studios. I got this because I didn't have it, and I want to do new reviews of the It's Alive films, so now I can do that. I remember seeing this a while back, and I remember it being pretty shitty. So, I don't really have a whole lot of hope for this, but there you have it. It's Alive. It's probably one of the more forgotten about remakes. A lot of people don't even really remember that even was a thing. So here we have Street Fighter Alpha on DVD, because I have Street Fighter 2 the movie, because it was sent to me by a good friend of mine. And I thought, why not get the sequel? It was only 50 cents. I got another Tartan Asia Extreme release, Abnormal Beauty, because these are some pretty interesting plots, and I've been trying to just pick up as many of these as I can find. One of these days I would like to do a marathon of Tartan Asia Extreme releases. And then I got these two because I needed to get a couple more titles to use up the in-store credit. So I got Batman Year One, the 2-disc DVD that has a Catwoman short on it and some features and stuff like that. And then I got The Big Short, which I've heard some interesting things about, especially with how it's edited. It's got a good cast too. So that's it for the DVDs. Now the Blu-rays I got, just a few of them. The majority of these are from the same record shop, but one in particular is one I just ordered on Amazon. So I ordered a copy of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because I don't have this on Blu-ray. And I'm really glad to have this on Blu-ray, but what I'm not too glad about is this shitty fucking slipcover. What is this? Like, first off, it's really bad in terms of the Photoshop. Like, it is just an ugly looking piece of shit. But on top of that, they take a Thanksgiving film and they try to advertise it as a fucking Christmas movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is not a Christmas movie. It takes place around the time of Thanksgiving. The whole plot is around the characters trying to get to a certain location just in time for Thanksgiving. It's not just in time for Christmas, it's for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's bad enough that we have retail stores and stuff like that having their Christmas stuff out there way earlier than they should, and we have radio stations playing Christmas music right now as I speak. I mean, that's all bad enough as it is. But now you're going to take a beloved Thanksgiving classic, one of the only Thanksgiving classic films out there that aren't some Charlie Brown thing, and you're going to try to market it as a fucking Christmas movie? Shame on you, Paramount. What are you thinking? What are you doing? This is not a Christmas film. there is not really much Christmassy about it. It's a Thanksgiving film. It's even on the back of this Blu-ray. It explicitly says this. Neil Page Martin is an uptight advertising executive trying to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving. When his flight is rerouted to Wichita, he reluctantly partners with Del Griffith. It even says Thanksgiving on the back of the Blu-ray. So, fuck this slipcover, and fuck this idea of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles being a fucking Christmas movie. Fuck that shit. No. It's a bunch of bullshit. That being said, I'm glad to have this on Blu-ray because I only had it on DVD. But, yeah. Really? Really, Paramount? What the fuck? So then we have the titles that I picked up from the record shop on Blu-ray. So yeah, Brainstorm. Now, Brainstorm's a film that I've heard about. I know Douglas Trumbull directed it. He worked on some of the effects, and he's well known for his effects work in films like 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I know it's the last film that Natalie Wood was in before she was murdered, but... And I think she was murdered. I could be wrong, though. I think she was, though. It's the last film that she did before she died, either way. And it's got something interesting about it because the plot's intriguing. It's about a machine that downloads one person's thoughts and sensations to another individual. And it messes around with the aspect ratio. So when there's sequences that deal with the brainstorm or the machine, the aspect ratio changes. So that is pretty interesting to me. And so I'm really curious to check this out one of these days to see the experiment unfold of this, you know, unique movie-going experience. I know this doesn't have a lot of critical acclaim, though. I know a lot of people don't like it. And I've heard kind of mixed things about this aspect ratio deal with this. But either way, it didn't really cost me anything because it was just something that I traded in for. So it was worth it. And I had it on DVD, but I thought, why not get it on Blu-ray? Plus, the price is really good. Then we have Avatar. I got this because this has a lot of features on it, and I did not really have Avatar on Blu-ray. At least I don't think I do. I think I have the, like, bare bones release. But I've always kind of wanted the 3-disc because I like special features, and this legitimately does have some really cool effects. And I honestly want to give this another shot. It's been such a long time since I've seen this film. I can't really justifiably say that my opinions on it from 10 years ago are really my opinions on it now. So I want to give it a fair shot one of these days if I ever decide to do some James Cameron reviews. And the best way to do it would probably be on a set like this. It has the director's cut on there too, but it has like a in-depth feature-length documentary about the making of the movie and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, this is an interesting setup, though, in terms of how it is put together. So, this is a little slipcase. You pull it out of the slipcase, and you got, okay, you have my lighting. Forgive my lighting. It's trash. I apologize, but like this is the best that I can do right now. So, it's like a book. It's a booklet kind of thing. But it's made in a way that's just kind of weird, because instead of just slipping the discs inside this book thing right here, they're all in individual sleeves. So as you can see here, you slide it out, and then it's like this. So it's kind of like a little shelf. It's definitely different. I have not seen any other book case like this that has that kind of Probably don't see it very often because it's probably really expensive. But yeah, Avatar, the extended collector's edition. And then I got this because it was really cheap for a 4K disc. Did not have the DVD, but I don't care. If I'm going to get a 4K disc, I want to get the 4K disc. I could care less about the DVD. And apparently all the features are on the 4K disc, so it's not like the DVD has anything exclusive. And I got it for the collection. Halloween. The 2018 film. I've heard a lot of, let's just say, bad things about this one, and I'm definitely dreading checking it out, but now I have it. And I was never really going to pay that much for it, but if the price was right, I was going to pick it up anyway, and the price was right, so that's why I have it. So, and I also have something I could show to the camera whenever I get around to reviewing this, as well as the other Halloween films. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this DVD and Blu-ray and a little bit of VHS updates. I also have some pre-orders that should be coming in. The RoboCop Arrow video release on Blu-ray, that should be coming in by the end of this month. And then I also picked up My Samurai, which is an MVD Entertainment release. I think Mako is in it, and a few other people. I've never actually seen the film before, and the Blu-ray was pretty cheap on Amazon Warehouse for a pretty good price, so I decided to pick it up for that. I mean, I only paid like $7 for it, and it goes for like $20. So that's why I decided to pick that up. But other than those two things, I don't really have anything that I'm expecting to come in the mail. So, yeah. Thanks for watching this video. And as always, I will see you later. See ya.